Hello everyone, in this video I am going to talk about staining procedure for bacteria. Let's see the procedure involved in the staining procedures of bacteria. One is cleaning of glass slide and cover slip, preparation of smear, staining technique and mounting of slide under microscope. So before starting to make a smear, you should make sure that the slide should be grease free as well as oil free. How to make it grease free or oil free? So clean the slide with a dry cotton cloth and heat it by passing through the Bunsen flame or for about 6 to 12 times. Whatever grease and oil will be there, it will be removed, and make sure that slide should not be cracked. So clean it with the soapy water by smear the slide by finger and clean it with the cloth. So how do you make sure that the slide being cleaned and you can use it for the smear preparation? So you put a water over this slide. Water should be evenly distributed. Suppose there is a grease or oil, you can make out the water drops over there, and then slide should not be reused. It is not sure that all organisms will be washed up after washing. That is the reason slides should not be reused. Better you'll use a Neve slides for this smear preparation. Cover slip, usually 0.1 mm thickness of the cover slip will be used. Most probably it's been sufficiently cleaned by the maker. If you want, you can wipe it with the dry cloth to remove some dust particles over there. Smear preparations. Smear preparations involved two types of preparation. One is unstained preparations, also called it as wet mount preparations. Another one is a stained preparation. What is wet preparation? Wet preparation, in this you will take a saline or a dye, what you want to use. On this slide, a drop of the saline or the dye will you put it on this slide, and you will emulsify the samples with the that saline or dye and put a cover slip over that and observe under the microscope. This is called wet mount preparation. Let's see some types of wet mount preparations. One is a hanging dog. Usually it will be used for the detection of bacterial motility. Most commonly used it for the Vibrio cholerae bacterial motility in the lab. Another one is a dark ground microscopy for the demonstration of the spirochetes that you cannot see under the staining technology under light field microscope. Saline or iodine preparations. This will be used for the stool examination for the parasites like protozoans, amoebae or cyst flagella larvae, etc. Next, lactophenol cotton blue and KVH mount. This will be used for the detection of fungi. Next, stain preparation. Stain preparation involves smearing of sample, drying of smear and fixation of smear. So let's talk about the smearing of the samples. You will have two types of samples. One will be in the liquid form, another will be in the solid form. It includes the culture growth. Let's talk about the liquid samples. Liquid samples, you may have like a broth culture, you may have the samples like sputum, pus, etc., or maybe swab you may have. What you have to do is you have to take a loophole of the sample. If you require little more, you can take out, and then you have to spread over the slide. So suppose it is a swab you cannot uh, make a smear properly sometime. In that cases, you can take a drop of saline over the slide, and then you can roll out the swabs over the slide, and then make sure that slide smear should not be too thick or too thin. In both the cases, you cannot make out anything under the microscope. So what should be the thickness of the smear? So whenever you keep the newspaper down to the slide that pass through the smear, you can read that some letters, or you can find those letters through the smear. That should be the thickness of the smear. And what should be the size of the smear? Size should be like you make like 2 to 3 centimeters based on the sample consistency what you are using. Suppose you are using you have taken the urine or you have taken the CSF. So if you spread more and more, you cannot, it is too difficult to find out the organisms in that time you can take a loopful of those sample and put it over the slide without making much spreader, and then you can and then you make it for the air dry. Again you take one more drop of that and overlap it. If it is required one more drop also you can take, or one more loop you can take, and make sure that each time you have to use sterilized, heated and cooled loop. You should not reuse the loop from the slide to sample container, or sample container to the slide. What happens is sample will get contaminated because it's not make sure that slide is completely sterilized. So next step, solid materials. Next one, solid materials, that means culture growth. Suppose you wanted to do the smear from the culture plate. How to make the smear from the culture plate? So you take a drop of or the loophole of the saline over the slide and emulsify the bacterial growth with the saline, and no need to spread too much big of this, very minute or little spreader is more than enough for this. So how to take bacterial growth from the culture plate? Take a straight wire, don't use loom. You take straight wire and you put that straight place that straight wire over the bacterial growth at the center of the upper surface of the growth, and do not sweep the straight wire, and then do not take much of the bacterial colony. How much minute growth you will take, that much good smear you will get. So this is about the smear preparation. Next, talk about drying of smear. How to dry the smear? You have to dry the smear only by putting the slides on the air, that's all. So next, talk about the fixation of the smear. Before staining, smear should be fixed on the slide. So what are the method you can use it for? Before that, you should know what is fixation. Fixation is a process in which the internal and external structures of the cell and microorganisms are preserved and fixed in the positions. So there it has been done by two methods. One is heat fixation and chemical fixation. Heat fixation is commonly used. It is the fine and fastest fixation. So what is heat fixation? Heat fixation, it's been done by passing the underneath part of the slide over the Bunsen flame at about 2 to 3 times. Make sure that it should not be overheated. All the structures will be denatured. You couldn't able to find out anything if it is overheated. And in this, when you pass through the Bunsen flame, smear faces the upper surface, and make sure that slide been holded with the forceps. It will preserve the morphology but not the structures within the cell. Next, chemical fixation. It protects the cellular structures and morphology of the delicate organisms, and the fixative will penetrate the cell and react with the cellular components, usually protein and lipid, so render them inactive, insoluble and immobilized over the slide. Common fixative will be used like ethanol, acetic acid, formaldehyde, etc. Staining techniques. So there are 4 staining techniques are there: simple staining, negative staining, impregnation method and differential staining. What is simple stain? See, in the simple stain we will use only one dye for the staining and it will give one color. So when we will use a simple stain, suppose for example we know the culture plate which has grown as a gram-negative bacilli. Gram-negative bacilli has a different kinds of morphology like short stout, short stringer, long slender, or it is like cocoa bacilli form. So you just wanted to make sure that which form it is. In that cases, you can take a carbon fission dye and make a smear and stain it, and you can look at for the morphology. So that is called it as a simple stain. Suppose you know that it is a gram positive cocci, you know it is a gram positive cocci. You wanted to make sure the which kind of gram positive cocci like staphylococci or streptococci. In that cases, you can put crystal oilate, you can see the morphology. This is called simple staining and it is a very simple technique. It involved methylene blue staining, polychrome methylene blue staining, dilute carbon fission staining, as I told already for the gram-negative bacilli. So these are the some examples for simple staining. Next, talk about negative staining. So what is negative staining? In this, bacteria is fixed with the dyes such as like India ink or nigrosin we will take, and it provides uniformity colored background against which the bacteria should stand out in clear contrast. That means background will be with the stained color, uniform stained color, bacteria will be in the unstained form. So you can point out here, this one slide I have focused here is India ink. In this completely background color you can make out, and then here you can see the some colorless structure, that is the Cryptococcus capsules. Usually India ink will use for the finding of the capsules of the bacteria or the fungus. So capsule never takes any dye, it will appear in the colorless under over the colored background. So this is the India ink what I have focused for the Cryptococcus species. So you can use it for the finding of capsules of Streptococcus pneumoniae, Klebsiella pneumoniae, or any other bacteria which has a capsule, for the detection of the capsules. And also you can use it for the identification of the spirochete also, which won't take the color when you stained it. So that is one, in that cases we'll go for the negative staining. Negative means it won't take the color. Okay, bacteria won't take the color, that is what it is called, it as the negative staining. Most probably it will be used for the detection of the bacteria capsules and the spirochetes. Impregnation method, like some bacterial flagella and all identification to be done. So that bacterial flagella and all you cannot make out under the light microscope. In that cases you can go for the impregnation method. Most commonly used impregnation method is a silver impregnation method. So when you add the silver content to the bacterial growth, what happens is, or the bacterial emulsifications, what happens, that part will be impregnation with the silver, and you can make out with the under microscope. Next, differential staining. So what is differential staining? Here you will use 2 or more dye which will, for the staining, which will help the differentiate the bacteria by the different color, by different colors. So that is called differential staining. It will include gram stain, acid fast stain, and Albus stain. In my another videos or in the future videos, we'll discuss about gram stain or acid fast and Albus stain in detail. Next, finally, mounting of bacteria under the microscope. How to focus slides under the microscope after staining. Make sure that after staining, slide again should be air dry. After drying only you can focus under the microscope. So how to focus under the microscope? Suppose you are having a wet mount preparation. Wet mount preparations always have to observe under the 40x, not under the 100x. In this you can make out amoeba, protozoans, larvae, or epithelial cells, pus cells, whatever will be there, you can make out under the 40x. First you focus under the 10x. Make sure that all the objects been focused under the 10x, and later you change the objective into 40x. What about the stained smears? Stained smears you will use for the detection of the bacteria, that you have to focus under the 100x. Then slide movement. How to move the slide? So you can place the right or left side of the smear under the microscope. Make sure that you have to move the slide upward forward direction from one side to another side, or backward downward direction, forward directions from up to down. You can do that, but it should not skip the slide from one side to another side. You will miss out the bacteria or the any other content like epithelial cells, pus cells, you may miss out when you focused. So make sure that it has to move upward, downward, or forward, backward directions. Okay, thank you. This is about smear preparation and staining preparations for the bacterial identifications. So if you have any query, you can put it under comments, and then if you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.